Good morning. Today we are going to talk about big rocks. I want you to imagine a big cylinder. And maybe you've seen this before, but you have a cylinder and then you have a pile of large rocks. These large rocks represent the things that are most important to you, things that when you accomplish them throughout your day, you feel a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Maybe that's your Bible study or being present, fully present for a conversation with your spouse or your workout, getting X amount of work done, anything that really truly matters to advancing your day and your goals. Those are your big rocks. And then you also have a pile of sand. This sand represents all of the little things that seem urgent, but they're not necessarily important. Text messages from a friend, somebody saying, oh my gosh, I need you to look at this, responding to emails, looking at your Facebook notifications, scrolling the news feed, mindlessly watching TV, or even just like sorting the mail, walking into the kitchen and instead of doing what you intended to go in there and do, you get busy sorting through the past couple of days of mail. That's the sand. All right, so we have this cylinder, we have your big rocks, which are so important, and then we have the sand, which is all the constant things that bombard you all day long. When you put the sand in the cylinder first, the sand will fill it up, right? And then you don't have room to add all your big rocks. There's not nearly enough room left in this cylindrical vessel. It's full of sand. You can only get a few big rocks in, and the rest are left out of the jar. Now, oppositely, when you put the big rocks in first, okay, your priorities are going in first. I like to have 5 to 6 main priorities, or you can call them roles in life, whatever matters most to you. Those go in the jar first. Those are your main focus and priority, and nothing else happens until those are put in. I love what I'm doing with my hands here. I have no idea. Until those go in the jar first, okay? Then you still have room for the sand. Once your big jar is filled with your big rocks, the sand can filter around the rocks and there's room for everything to fit. So what is so important for you, especially to have a more productive morning, productive day, be overall satisfied with your schedule and your life, is to clearly identify your big rocks, the things that matter to you, the things that when you don't get them done, you feel frustrated. So for me personally, big rocks would be getting my workout done, my devotional, having my plan set up for my work day so that I know what I'm working on and when. And of course, other things like being a fully present mom, or that could differ day to day. If I have, for example, today we have volleyball practice. So a big rock for today would be making sure I have my outline for practice done. And all those things have to happen first before I'm responding to text messages from my sister, or looking at that group thread on Facebook, or seeing what Amazon Prime deals are today. Those little stuff, checking your email, checking your notifications, constantly reacting to the environment instead of trying to control it, that's sand and it gets in your way. So focus on your big rocks. And what I want you guys to do today is to make a list of 5 to 6 big rocks. What things must happen for you to feel fulfilled and satisfied with your schedule throughout the day? And they're probably things that tend to fall by the wayside. Like the day ends and you're like, man, I said I was going to work out today, but it didn't happen because I ended up babysitting for someone that called me and needed a sitter. Like little, like things that we could have control of and actually say no to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to do that today. This is a story from my life, and I still can't believe this happened. But a while ago, I was involved in a fantastic organization called MOPS, Mothers of Preschoolers, for church. And they're all over the country. If you are a mom of kids under 5 and you are looking for a place to connect with other women and get to know some amazing friends and have resources and fun for your kids, find a MOPS group. Go to the website, mops.org, find a local group and start going. You'll love it. That's a side plug. But I was really involved in MOPS, and I was on the leadership team. And so my job was to find volunteers to come and stay with the kids while the moms had our meeting. And it was kind of a big job because we had a lot of kids and I needed to find about 12 volunteers a week for our meetings. And I was sitting one day at home alone paying for my kids to be at an hourly daycare. So I was at home paying for my little kids to be somewhere else while I was for free volunteering on the phone trying to find volunteers to come watch other moms' kids. Great cause, great organization. I'm not saying anything against volunteering, but when I sat there and realized I am literally paying out of pocket for other people to be with my children so that I can volunteer and be on the phone for a couple hours trying to find other people to come watch other moms' kids, it just didn't make sense. Great organization, great cause. So many things in life ask us to be a part of something that's really good and noble, and that's fine. But when it gets to the point that it's impacting your roles in life, your big rocks, that was impacting me being able to be a present mom. It was also impacting our finances. It wasn't my best yes anymore. It was saying yes to something that seemed like I should say yes to it because it was helpful, but it wasn't the best yes I could be making for my family. It was sand. It was getting in the way of big rocks, like getting out of debt and spending more time with my kids and working on my own business. So really figuring out what matters to you, what your priorities are, what are your big rocks, and then being able to filter your decisions through a lens of, does this bring me closer to my goal? Does this fulfill my big rock? Or is it sand that gets in the way? So I'd really love to see your list today. I hope that makes sense. And then another little thing you can do is just think through what are some external and internal rewards that happen when you don't hit snooze and when you do get up early. So for example, an external reward for me, something so simple, when I get up early and have time to work out and take a shower, I feel better about my day. I feel better about myself. I feel clean. I feel fresh. My hair is done. I have makeup on, and I just feel overall more confident, which is a huge external motivation for me not to hit snooze and get out of bed in the morning. An internal motivation, something more personal, might be I do have some big goals for our family, both financially and then just family goals that require me to be intentional about my work hours. So when I get up early and have an extra 30 minutes to give to my business, in the long term, that's helping my family. Another internal motivation is my husband let me know he loves it when I have breakfast in the morning with him and get up. Knowing that we have that time, even if it's only 5 minutes, to connect instead of me still sleeping while he's getting ready in the kitchen and leaving to work alone, that's a huge internal motivation that doesn't seem like much, but it does make a big impact. So think through your big rocks today. I'd love to see them in the comments below. And then think of 2 or 3 both internal and external motivations that you can focus on. So when you're tired and you want to sleep in or you want to hit snooze, like, is that snooze button really more important than spending 5 extra minutes with your spouse? Is that snooze button really more important than losing the last 10 pounds you said you wanted to lose, so you got to get up out of bed and go and do your workout? Is hitting snooze more important than, hey, your kids have been begging you to take them to Disney. You know, if you give your home-based business a few more extra hours in the week, you can make that goal happen sooner. So just figuring out your motivation in life, and is that snooze button fulfilling your family's goals? And my bet is that it's not. So I hope today's video was helpful. I love that you guys are tuning in this week to our 5-second morning, and I can't wait to share a little bit more tomorrow.